Welcome back, guys. I'm your host on behalf of the Department of Youth Services and the Rayburn. It's Mix Friday, and I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone today. And if you notice, I have a Pro Tools session here. It's been a while since I opened it, but it's just to show you that you can make a Pro mix in any DAW, but you need to make sure you're adding the right technique. For example, remember I was talking about analog desk and stuff, right? So in Pro Tools, I basically have the same thing, just slightly differently. The advantages in this one, I don't have console shaper in Pro Tools, but I do have the Vertigo plugins and the L2007 using the Pro Tools stock plugin itself. But it's to compare how to get our mix full. So I'm going to start off by playing my track, right? It's a basic rhythm. Have the Magic AB here as well. Let's compare it.
Well, you're wrong, cause I don't need nobody when I'm breaking. All I need is your love and you could ask me for.
And you can hear the difference. My mix has nice low end. I think I can boost it a little bit more. Let's do that. Let's do that on 85 kilohertz. Boost it on the bass a little bit. But let's get right into it, right? Just want to show you, regardless of what DAW you use. Like I said, personally, I prefer Studio One. It's much more efficient and quicker. Pro Tools is great. It is the industry standard as well. But some of the features are lagging behind. For example, I can't save the plugin chains on this, and I move much more quicker in Studio One than Pro Tools. If I had Pro Tools 12, I would probably be using it as well, because I think that's, Pro Tools 12 is amazing as well. All those other DAWs are great too, Fruit Loops and stuff, but these DAWs here, Pro Tools, Sonar Logic, these are the ones that, the engineers use to mix and, get their mix great sounding. But I'm going to start off with the synthesizer. So I'm going to turn off my plugins. I'm going to bypass them, and I'm going to play what I have. This is the synthesizer, and this is coming from Expanded from Pro Tools. Great sounding software. So I have an equalizer and a crystallizer from Song Toys. So let me engage the equalizer. Now, guys, I want to talk to you about this first before I bypass this EQ here. When you hear songs like these, you need to use your ears and decide, okay, does the synthesizer need more mid-range, more bass, more highs, needs a song wider? Try to familiar yourself with that. Just don't just boost frequency because of boosting sake. So let's bring in the equalizer now on the synthesizer, and I'll tell you why I chose certain frequencies. Off, on. You'll notice the synthesizer has gotten a lot fatter. Off, on. To add the crystallizer, it gives it some space as well. So Right here is where I'm boosting about 2K. And I'm boosting about 100 hertz right here. To give the synthesizer a bigger song, right? Knocking off someone. That's all I'm doing. I'm not even compressing. You know, let's go to the drums. Now the drums, this is one kit from Expand again. And I basically have an EQ on it. EQ off. Well, let me show you something. It's just a basic drum kit. This is where we started. If you notice, the kick drum has gotten a little bit small, right? I'm also probably compressing the entire kick drum using a channel strip and a bomb factory from Pro Tools. So why did I probably compress it? To give the drum a bigger song, of course. So let me engage the compressor. Notice the difference. The drum has got a bit bigger and fatter, right? Off. All of a sudden you can hear the snare snap more and stuff. But I didn't stop there. This is what I did on the drum bus. Watch the EQ. Boosting 100 kilohertz at 6 dB. Right here, check this out. That's where the frequency lies to give it more depth. And I give a little mid-range here at 600 and boosting at 3. I'm not afraid to boost. And finally at the channel strip, I've boosted, let's see, where did I boost this? 30 kilohertz at 7 dB with a mid-range boost again at 412. And this is what this song's like. Giving it a more slightly bigger song. And then of course I have the drum coming out of the SSL channel strip. Bypass that. You need to make sure you have your drums very well EQ'd. Boosting 48 at 7.4. This is a lot of low end boosting, but this is generally where you want to start to get your low end in order. So I've boosted the drums and let's bring in the synthesizer now. If we compare that to Britney Spears track, you'll see
that I'm worthy.
Now let's talk about the bass line. Let's play the bass. This is coming from Expand again. All I'm having riding on this is EQ and a Sam's amp plugin. Let me turn them off. This is where it started. Listen to the bass and the texture. I can hear it needs more bite, highs, and little bass. So this is where I did with the EQ right here. Off. On. You want that big bass song, and I'm rolling off about 39 kilohertz. Just to free up the low end a little bit. So don't be afraid to boost, guys. Look at this, 4.86 at 9.8 dB. This is how the engineers are doing it. Don't be afraid to boost. And I'm running it through an amp. Give it a little more crunch. And And what I can do as well is parallel compress the bass just to give it a little bit more oomph. So I'm gonna send that to the same compressor I used with the kick drum. So let me do that, and we're gonna see if that's gonna help. So that's gonna be running through the bump factory. Here I go. Okay, I'm seeing what is catching me here. I have it on the drum comp, so I need to set my send on the drum comp. That's great. Okay, let's bring it down. Let's sing the bass again. Notice the bass has gotten bigger, right? I just want to send it until you hear the effect. Bring in the synthesizer. Let's bring it in. So I just want to show you that, guys, that using DAWs like Pro Tools and Studio One, you can get a great sound. Just don't overdo. I will do one as well on Cubase for those Cubase users, just to show that as an engineer, yes, it's a plus to make sure you're using a great DAW like Pro Tools or Studio One or Sonar. But as a mixing engineer, no matter what software I'm given, whether it's Fruit Loops or Ableton, I like to have my stuff routed, and I know what I want to do with the EQ and the frequency. I have the frequency spectrum in my head, so I know what frequency push the energy, right? So it doesn't matter what you're using. You need to make sure you're using proper EQ. Yes, the advantage of certain DAWs is like Studio One. We have the console shaper that already adds warmth and bigness to your whole mix. But you can make up for that by doing proper EQing and using stuff like the crystallizer to get more vintage sound, right? So I just want to leave that with you guys.